While the titans of the American music industry were looking at sales charts, they missed the revolution happening in a private studio across the Atlantic. Good evening. Tonight, we're investigating a massive shift in the American percussion market that has caught industry veterans completely off guard. For over 100 years, the drum industry in the United States was a walled garden, controlled by a handful of legacy brands that decided who was worthy of an endorsement. But as we move further into 2026, those walls haven't just been breached, they've been leveled. The catalyst isn't a new corporate conglomerate, but a single individual, Sina Doering. Known globally as Sina Drums, she has transitioned from a viral prodigy into a market-moving force that is currently redefining what brand loyalty looks like for the next generation of American musicians. Our research shows that the Sina effect is no longer just a digital trend, it's a tangible economic shift. Reports from major retailers in cities like Nashville and Los Angeles suggest a staggering 40% increase in demand for gear configurations popularized by her channel. This isn't just about a girl playing the drums, it's about a total bypass of the traditional gatekeepers. We've seen how legacy brands have tried to maintain their grip, but the data is clear. The modern consumer is no longer looking at the logo on the bass drum, they're looking at the creator behind the kit. This creator-first model is the new reality, and it's hitting the USA with the force of a stadium concert. The industry is scrambling to adapt, but many fear that the old-school endorsement model, once the gold standard for every aspiring drummer, has been exposed as an outdated relic. As we peel back the layers of this story, we find a trail of disrupted contracts and a growing movement of independent artistry that is changing the sound of America. And this was only the beginning of the industry's nightmare. Rumors are circulating in the Nashville circuit that two major drum manufacturers just lost their biggest leverage point, and the reason is a single no from a German studio. In a world where every drummer dreams of a signature kit, Sina's recent moves have sparked intense speculation regarding the endorsement war of 2026. For months, industry insiders have whispered about a series of high-stakes negotiations that supposedly went south. The controversy centers on the idea that the big three drum brands tried to lock the young phenomenon into a restrictive, multi-year exclusivity deal that would have effectively silenced her independent voice. Instead, what we're seeing is a bold move toward total gear autonomy. Our sources indicate that, rather than signing the dotted line, Sina has been quietly testing custom-engineered components that don't bear the traditional logos we've seen for decades. This has led to a wave of accusations surfacing from traditionalists who claim this move is an affront to the history of the craft. But the audience disagrees. In comment sections and forums across the USA, a new narrative is forming. Why should a creator of her caliber be a billboard for a corporation when she can be the corporation herself? This tension reached a boiling point when a leaked internal memo from a major distributor suggested that influencer-driven gear is now the primary threat to their Q4 earnings. The shocking reality is that the power has shifted from the boardroom to the bedroom studio. We're hearing reports that several major contracts with other high-profile artists are being reevaluated, because those artists are seeing Sina's success and demanding the same level of creative freedom. It's a domino effect that is currently threatening the stability of the entire endorsement ecosystem. If she can succeed without the big machine, then the big machine loses its only product, access. But as the industry tried to fight back, they hit a wall that no one saw coming. What if I told you that a simple relocation to London was actually a strategic strike against the American manufacturing monopoly? The plot thickened in early 2026 when Sina made the high-profile move from her home in Germany to London. While fans saw it as a career milestone, market analysts saw it as something much more calculated. London is the gateway between the European engineering precision and the massive American consumer base. Our investigative team has discovered that since the move, there have been hidden collaborations with boutique engineering firms known for high-tech, lightweight hardware. the kind of gear that the heavy-handed American manufacturers have been slow to adopt. This leads us to the most explosive rumor of the year: the development of a Sina-branded line of hardware designed to solve the specific problems of the digital drummer. We're talking about gear that is optimized for high-fidelity recording and home studio ergonomics, a market the Titans have largely ignored. This revealed strategy is a direct challenge to the status quo. In the USA, Sina-Spec kits are already being discussed as the Tesla of the drum world: disruptive, sleek, and bypasses the traditional dealership model. We've reached out to several industry consultants who claim that if this hardware line hits the American market by the end of 2026, it could trigger a catastrophic loss in market share for traditional brands. The speculation isn't just about drums, it's about a new philosophy of music production. Every time she posts a video, she is effectively auditioning her own gear for millions of potential buyers, bypassing millions in advertising costs. This isn't just a rise to fame, it's a hostile takeover of the mindshare of American musicians. And as we looked deeper, we found that the controversy didn't stop at the gear. It extended into the very songs she was allowed to play. Behind the flawless performances lies a legal battlefield where rock legends and digital creators are currently locked in a struggle for the soul of the internet. One of the most shocking chapters in the Sina Drum story involves the repeated attempts to censor her work through aggressive copyright strikes. For years, the camps representing some of the biggest names in rock history have tried to pull her videos down, citing intellectual property concerns. But in 2026, this tactic backfired in a way that exposed the desperation of the old guard. When a particularly high-profile tribute to a legendary 70s rock band was temporarily blocked, the backlash from the American audience was unprecedented. It wasn't just a SHT show on social media. It became a rallying cry for the independent revolution. This conflict highlighted the massive disconnect between the legends of the past and the creators of the future. Our investigation found that these legal challenges actually pushed Sina to focus more on her original compositions and her own Sina brand identity. It was a classic case of the Streisand effect. The more they tried to hide her, the more people wanted to see what she was doing. This legal issue became the fuel for her fire, proving that you cannot off a digital movement with a cease and desist letter. American fans saw her as a David fighting the industry Goliaths, and her reputation skyrocketed as a result. This struggle has fundamentally changed how copyright is perceived in the drumming community. It's no longer just about covering a song. It's about who owns the culture. And as Sina continues to innovate, the old guard is finding that their legal threats are becoming less and less effective against a global community that values authenticity over ownership. But what happened next would prove that her technical mastery was the ultimate defense. As the 2026 season progresses, the technical revelations coming out of Sina's studio are leaving pros stunned. We've been monitoring the reception of her latest Tempo Mastery series, and the data shows a massive spike in searches originating from the United States. This isn't just pro-level playing. It's a technical evolution that many thought was impossible for a self-taught creator. This shocking level of precision has led to a surge in American drummers trying to replicate her minimalist high-impact style. We spoke with several music instructors in the Midwest who noted that students are no longer asking to play like the legends of the 80s. They are bringing in iPads and saying, "I want to play like Sina." This shift in the educational landscape is perhaps the most significant win for her brand. She has effectively colonized the minds of the next generation of American drummers. This takeover is fueled by a level of transparency that traditional brands simply can't match. When she breaks down a difficult polyrhythm or explains her tuning process, she isn't just teaching. She's marketing a lifestyle of high-performance independence. The accusations surfaced in the past that her videos were too perfect or edited have been thoroughly debunked by her live performances in London, which have only solidified her god-tier status in the eyes of the USA audience. The revelation is simple. You can't fake this level of influence. As we look at the sales of Sina-adjacent gear, high-speed pedals and precision cymbals, the numbers are DMN near vertical. She is the engine driving the percussion economy in 2026, and the industry is just trying to hang on for the ride. As we look toward the end of the decade, the question isn't whether Sina will have her own brand. It's whether there will be any room left for anyone else. We conclude our report tonight with a look at what lies ahead. The rise of the Sina Drum brand is a blueprint for the future of all music gear. In a shocking pivot, we've seen how one individual has used the power of the internet to expose the inefficiencies of the traditional big music model. As 2027 approaches, the speculation is that she will move beyond hardware and into the software and AI-driven practice tools, a move that would reveal her as not just a drummer, but a tech mogul. The impact on the USA market cannot be overstated. We are witnessing the birth of a new kind of American Idol, one that wasn't manufactured by a TV show, but built through years of consistent, high-quality output. The controversy of her rise will eventually fade, replaced by the reality that the Sina brand is the new status quo. For the traditional manufacturers, the writing is on the wall. They must either collaborate or face a slow demise in relevance. As for the viewers at home, the message is clear. The gatekeepers are gone, and the era of the creator has officially taken over. It makes you wonder, if this can happen in the niche world of drumming, which industry is next? The exposed truth is that the power now belongs to anyone with the talent to play and the courage to hit record. This has been a special report on the shifting landscape of the American music industry. Good night.